10 places to touch a man that'll build attraction. Hey there, welcome to my channel. Here we talk about everything related to dating, relationships, and building attraction. In this video, we're going to talk about 10 places you can touch a man to build attraction. Of course, all with his consent. So grab a notebook and pen, let's dive in. First off, it's important to remember that consent is key. Always ask for permission before touching someone, and respect their boundaries if they say no. That being said, here are 10 places to consensually touch a man to build attraction. Number 1, his forearms. Gently touching a man's forearms can create an instant spark of attraction. Start with a casual touch, like lightly touching his forearm while you're talking. This can be a friendly gesture that shows you're interested in the conversation. You can increase the intensity of your touch slightly as the conversation continues. You could laugh at one of his jokes and brush his arm, for instance. As you lean in to listen to him, you may also softly place your hand on his forearm. Just watch out to not go overboard. Make sure you don't come off as strange or aggressive. A modest yet effective approach is to increase attraction is to touch a man's forearm. If you execute it properly, it makes him aware of your interest in him. Number 2, his hair. Running your fingers through a man's hair is a classic move. I'm sure all you ladies have done it at some point. You can make a man feel desired and appreciated. There are a few things to keep in mind when it comes to touching a man's hair to build attraction. First, make sure he's comfortable with physical touch. Ensure that you have established rapport. If you're not sure, start with a light touch on the arm or shoulder to gauge his reaction. When you're ready to touch his hair, approach him from the side or front. Then gently run your fingers through his hair, paying attention to his reactions. Don't pull or tug at his hair. This can be uncomfortable or even painful. Instead, lightly massage his scalp. Play with the texture of his hair. You can also compliment his hair, telling how soft and silky it is. Tell him how much you like it, the way it feels. Remember to be respectful, and always ask for his consent before touching him in any way. Number 3, his shoulders. Touching a man on his shoulders can be a great way to build attraction. Again, it's important to do it in a manner that feels natural and non-invasive. Make sure you're in a convenient and appropriate environment to begin with. For instance, during a casual conversation or in a quiet corner of a coffee shop. As soon as you're ready to make the move, approach him from the side. Put your hand on his shoulder gently. Give it a light squeeze or rub. This will not only create a connection that also shows you're interested in him. Be sure to pay attention to his reactions and body language. This is necessary to gauge his interest and comfort level. If he seems receptive, you can continue the conversation while maintaining the physical connection. However, if he appears uncomfortable or pulls away, be respectful and back off. Remember, building attraction is about creating a genuine connection. Thus, be yourself and let the touch come from a place of genuine interest and attraction. Number 4, his back. The back is a great place to start, as it can be a sensitive and intimate area. When touching a man's back, start with a light touch. You can give it a gentle massage with your fingertips. Avoid using too much pressure or digging in too deeply, as this can be uncomfortable. As you touch him, pay attention to his reactions. Ask yourself, does he seem to be enjoying it, or is he tensing up? If he seems to be responding positively, you can gradually increase the pressure and intensity of your touch. Try using a circular or sweeping motions. Don't be afraid to mix it up with a variety of touches, from light and teasing to firmer and more assertive. And always remember to listen to your instincts and boundaries. It's okay to say no if you're uncomfortable with a certain touch. By exploring different types of touch, you can build attraction. It helps to deepen your connection with the man that you're interested in. Number 5, his chest. If you're interested in building attraction with a man, touching him on the chest can be a powerful way to do so. Try using your fingertips to trace circles or lines across his chest. Lightly scratch or run your nails over the surface. Sounds sexy, right? You can also use your hands to explore the contours of his chest and torso. Feel the muscles and bones beneath the skin. It's important to notice if he's comfortable or not. Communicate with him throughout the process. If he seems uncomfortable or you're not sure if he's enjoying it, ask him how he feels. Adjust your touch accordingly. Remember to be respectful of his boundaries. Only touch him in ways that you both feel comfortable with. Try explore different types of touch and build a deeper connection through physical intimacy. This way you can strengthen your attraction and create a more meaningful relationship with the man that you're interested in. Number 6, his ears. The ears are often an overlooked erogenous zone that can be incredibly sensitive. Whispering into a man's ear or nibbling on his earlobe can be a surefire way to build attraction. If he's receptive, start off by softly touching the outer rim of his ear with your fingertips. You can then move on to slightly tracing the outline of his ear with your fingers, or lightly massaging the lobe. Pay attention to his reactions and adjust your touch accordingly. Some men may enjoy firmer pressure, while others prefer lighter, more delicate touches. Remember to keep things playful and fun. Don't be afraid to experiment with different techniques. You can help build intimacy by touching your man's ear in a way that he likes. It creates an attraction between the two of you. So go ahead, shoot your shot. See how it goes for you. Number 7, his neck. Kissing a man's neck can be a sensual and intimate way to build attraction. It can create a sense of vulnerability. It creates trust between the two of you. The neck is a sensitive zone for many men, which is why it's important to approach this type of touch with care and attention. Start by placing your hand lightly on his shoulder or arm. This will give him a signal that you're about to touch him. It allows him to anticipate the sensation. Then move your hand up to his neck. Use your fingertips to lightly stroke his skin. You can also try running your fingertips along the back of his neck or lightly tapping his shoulders. Remember to pay attention to his reactions, then adjust your touch accordingly. With a little practice and attention, touching a man on his neck can be a powerful way to build attraction and deepen your connection. Number 8, his thighs. There can be excitement and anticipation when you touch a man's thighs. It's crucial to handle this kind of contact with caution and respect, though. Make sure a man is okay with physical contact before caressing him on the thigh. Before you do this, you must have a level of trust in your relationship. When you're ready to touch him, start by placing your hand on his thigh. Avoid touching too close to his groin or genitals, unless you're both ready to get really intimate. Use a gentle touch. Work your way slowly up and down his thigh. Use your fingertips to lightly caress the skin. You can also try gently squeezing his thigh or massaging the muscle. Pay attention to his reactions and adjust your touch accordingly. Remember, the goal is to build attraction and deepen your connection, so always make sure your touch is consensual and respectful. With practice and attention, touching a man on his thigh can be a powerful way to strengthen your bond and deepen your intimacy. Number 9, his hands. If you want to build attraction with a man, its easy technique is by touching his hands. Hands are an intimate part of the body, and touching them can create a strong physical and emotional connection. One way to do this is by casually touching his hand while you're talking to him. For example, you could gently place your hand on his while you're laughing at a joke he made, or while you're emphasizing a point in your conversation. Another way is by offering a hand massage, or simply holding his hand. This can be a great way to show affection and build intimacy. Just remember to be gentle and respectful. And if he's uncomfortable or doesn't reciprocate the touch, respect his boundaries and give him space. With a little bit of tact and care, touching a man's hand can be a powerful way to build attraction and deepen your connection. Number 10, his face. Touching a man's face is another way to build attraction and create intimacy. The face is a very sensitive area, and when someone touches it, it can create a strong emotional connection. One way to touch a man's face is by gently brushing his cheek with the back of your hand. This is a subtle but effective way to show him that you're interested and can help create a sense of closeness. Another way is by lightly tracing his jawline with your finger. This is a more deliberate touch and could create a stronger physical and emotional response. Just like with touching a man's hand, it's important to be respectful and mindful of his boundaries. Not everyone is comfortable with physical touch, and it's important to gauge his reaction before proceeding. With a little bit of sensitivity and care, touching a man's face can be a great way to build attraction and deepen your connection. So there you have it, 10 places to touch a man to build attraction. Remember that physical touch should always be consensual and respectful, and never be afraid to communicate with your partner about what feels good for them. With these tips, you'll be well on your way to building a stronger connection and creating a more intimate relationship. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.